Axel Braun. If you're not familiar with him, with his production studio, his adult porn studio, uh, he's done lately. He's been doing a lot of the superhero, both DC and Marvel, adult versions of these movies. Now, recently, and I got someone just passed this on to me, and I'm trying to remember. In a way, they have done this, but not in a mainstream adult porn movie. They haven't done it in the mainstream, and it's going to be interesting that how this comes out because of the actress. She's a very good actress. Axel Braun casts Blake Blossom as Spider-Gwen in Spidey Pool. So we're getting like a Spidey Pool. We'll read this into this. This is from XBiz. Axel Braun has cast Blake Blossom as Gwen Stacy, aka Spider-Gwen, in the director's latest Wicked Comics superhero Spidey Pool XXX. The character is described as a heroine from an alternate Marvel timeline. Does that sound familiar? Where Gwen Stacy was bitten by a radioactive spider rather than Peter Parker, leading to her mass vigilante career as Spider-Woman, better known as Spider-Gwen. Blake was just a phenomenal, said Braun, who is in her second year serving as head production for Wicked Pictures. Her auditions were fantastic, but on set she's actually surpassed my expectations, from her look and her acting abilities to her extreme physical take on the character of Gwen. She was simply outstanding, and if that weren't enough, she was also a delight to be around, he added. Brain describes Blossom as sexy, funny, thoughtful, and 100% committed. Not to mention that the fact that she possesses the most perfect set of natural, how can I put it? Let's say boobs.
C. James, big breastises?
In the industry. She absolutely killed it as Spider-Gwen, and doesn't take any genius to see that this girl has a very bright future ahead of her. A rep noted that Spidey Pool XXX will mark the first Spider-Gwen has been depicted in either a live-action mainstream or adult film. And we've seen shorts, animated shorts, and stuff like that. If you're familiar with that on the online. While Bryce Dallas Howard portrayed Gwen in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3, and Emma Stone assumed the role in the Amazing Spider-Man films with Andrew Garfield, the rep explained Spider-Gwen movie appearances have been limited to the animated Spider-Verse series, where the character voiced by Haley Steinfeld. Blossom revealed, when I first got the call from my agent about the super secret role in Axel Braun's parody, I was really nervous about it. About what could it possibly be. I was waiting on pins and needles to find out, and I was going to get this huge role that couldn't pan out better. She also added she also enjoyed the Spider-Man universe and was overjoyed about the chance to play Spider-Gwen. I actually did a ton of character research, read a bunch of comics. See, even a porn star reads the comics on this, and rewatched all the movies to get a better understanding of what type of character Gwen is and was, said Blossom, who shared that her favorite part of the production was her painstaking costume design. As you can see in the picture that we have above here, Axel had such a wonderful, precise vision for my character, and his attention to detail throughout the whole process. Incredible, she added. Co-star Tyler Cruz and I had never worked together before, but his version of Peter Parker is hilarious. Being part of this cast is fun, and I hope there's a part 2 to the Gwen story, Blossom concluded. Seth Gamble, who reprises his XBiz award-winning role as Deadpool, said the starlet gives his precise form and delicate feeling to emotions and experiences that, despite the comic book specifically circumstances, and everyone will recognize. She's a visual performer and convincing actress who looks more like the Spider-Gwen we all remember from the source material, Gamble added. Spidey Pool Braun premiere will premiere in 2022 exclusively on Wicked.com. Now, the reason we bring up these stories like this, especially from the Axel Braun stuff, is showing, how basically Disney and Warner has gotten it wrong. Yes, it's an adult film. Yes, it's pornography. Yes, there's sex in it. But if they take the painstaking time to go into researching the character and trying to create the character as close as possible. You have to give them respect for that. And you see from the costumes from many of the other Axel Braun productions, they've done a lot better than what some of the TV series have done and some of the movies. You know, yes, years ago when they used to do the adult versions of these superhero movies, they just literally were insane. I mean, you can go through everything from Brat Girl to Batman and Robin and all that. The costumes were just ridiculous. They were just like, very low budget on there. The adult industry is spending more and more money on the costume designs because they're making more and more money. They're selling these things out like crazy. Sometimes better than the mainstream industry, than the mainstream comic book industry. Think about that for a minute. Think about how much that this industry runs. And the thing about it is, guess what? They don't deal with the politics that you think that you would get into these situations that are in some of these movies and TV series. I wouldn't be surprised if they do a Peacemaker TV porn movie, even though there was sex scenes in Peacemaker, and there are nude scenes in there, so I wouldn't advise letting the kids watch it. Hey, if they can make a storyline that's decent with sex in it, sex appeal, with a bit of a comedic tone to it, I'll watch it. And I know a lot of people other watch it, and there's nothing wrong with watching pornography. It's been around a long time. Like I said, I used to work in the industry a long time ago from the manufacturer end. So we used to see these stuff come in through our edit rooms and go right onto videotape. That was before DVD. And there was a ton of stuff then too. And there's a lot more of it now because they're cranking these out a little faster than you can think of. I know there's a Batgirl one coming out from Braun, also, if it hasn't come out yet. And there's a couple of others that they're doing. So we'll see that sometime in the next couple of months or a couple of weeks, depending on how this comes out.